I have a challenge for you. It's a very simple task. This simple thing I'm going to ask you to do, it's extraordinarily hard. And here's what it is. Today, for the next 24 hours, I want you to assume that everybody else around you has the best intentions. The person that cuts you off in traffic, the friend that's not texting you back, the customer that writes an email that has a snarky tone, whatever it may be. The fact that you may be riled that you posted something on Facebook and one of your best friends didn't tag you in it or didn't like it. I mean, we get hung up around the stupidest stuff. But today I want you to assume the best intentions. You know, this recently happened to me where I really had to put this to use. I had a situation at work where I had a conference call and it was related to a speech, and it was one of these kind of kickoff calls where a bunch of people on the client side are going to be there and we're going to talk about the event and I'm going to talk about the speech. And during the conversation, this conference call, I said something that I didn't mean to say. I was totally responsible. I basically said, what day am I speaking? Now, I knew the date that I was speaking. What I didn't know is in the flow of the event, was I the opener? Was I the closer? Was I the person that's supposed to be the defibrillator after a big lunch? Like, what role am I playing? That's a really important thing to understand if you're giving a speech, because it helps you customize what you're going to do. Well, the client misunderstood me because I wasn't precise, and they were annoyed because they thought, holy cow, we've hired this person, we've sent her all kinds of information, she doesn't even know what day she's speaking. So the client gets upset, they complain to the event planner. The event planner then writes me one of these emails that's like this long. The planner was really upset because I had made the planner look bad in front of the client. Now, fully my responsibility, completely unintentional, and also based on a gigantic misunderstanding. So what did I do? Well, I did exactly what you should do when you screw up. I took total responsibility. I apologized. I went overboard and cleaned the mess up. I wrote a long email. I actually left voicemail messages. When we had to deliver a bunch of things, I went overboard in being great about it. And you know what I got from the planner that was really upset with me? Nothing. I didn't get an email back. I didn't get a phone call back, even though I had requested one. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And of course, what happens when somebody doesn't respond to you? Whether it's somebody that you're dating, or it's somebody that's a good friend, or it's a customer, or somebody that's upset with you and you've apologized, you immediately think that you've done something wrong. We even do it if you get an email and somebody's tone is slightly off. It is bananas how quickly we assume malintent. We assume we're in trouble. We assume we've done something wrong. So what did I do in this situation? Because my reaction was I was disappointed that I didn't actually get a nice email back or a, hey, no problem, let's move on and have a great event. Just got silence. What did I do? I use the 5-second rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, when I catch myself thinking about it, and then I assume positive intent. I tell myself a different story. I say, oh, well, I've apologized twice, so maybe the planner feels that everything is complete and taken care of and no need to discuss it further. I also assume, hey, this event is a big event. I'm sure they're super duper busy and this is the last concern on their list. Another thing that you can say is maybe they're busy. Maybe this isn't a big deal to them. Maybe I've already been forgiven. The point is this, you can torture yourself, and I mean torture yourself, over the fact that people haven't texted you back. You can torture yourself over the tone of emails that you receive. You can get so angry at the person that cuts you off in traffic. If you can master the ability to catch yourself when you go down the road of saying you've done something wrong or some other person's a complete moron, and you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you assume good intent. Maybe that person cut me off because they're stressed about work and they're afraid they're gonna get fired if they don't get there on time. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe they didn't see me. And by the way, I hear a lot of people talk about this with dating. I do have a 3-strike rule from baseball. If you reach out to somebody with good intent 3 different times and you hear crickets, it's over. Let it go and move on. You've done nothing wrong, but if you continue to pester the person past 3 unresponded reach outs, now you're stepping into the zone of being annoying. So stop it.